Okay, guys, just want to let you know. Yes, I know that I said the last one was the very last one. I know I said it. I was wrong. This is a redo sesh
It's not the last one. It's never the last
because
one.
of the unfortunate passing of the recording that just didn't have my audio in it. So I'm sorry. But don't you worry. This one will certainly be I'm kidding. I'm not going to promise that again. So this is great. We finally everyone gets to see the true origins of the magical person we know as Mani Chai. Are we ready, Coin?
Yay.
Are we
Yes.
prepared? Okay. Then let us begin. Before the Terran planet that orbited around as the third closest planet to the Sun in the Nadir system had flying trains and hollow roads, life had humble beginnings. And before life had humble beginnings, there was magic. Magic was the energy that breathed life into the very ground new creatures walked on. Magic was the force that connected the many planes, and magic was the catalyst that birthed the many spirits of the multiverse. The same spirits that once furthered the societies of the planet we find our story set in. However, for some reason, when the modern world society furthered in its advancement, the need for magic and spirits waned until magic itself fell into obscurity, and the veil between the mortal world and the magical world of spirits was closed. But that is not the end of this story, for another incredible phenomenon occurred in the year 5001. In an era of a noon union in the modern world, years after the end of a great world war, a comet passed through Zenith's atmosphere before getting slingshotted back into the large vacuum of space. It was merely a moment, a small respite in its travel, and yet that moment would have world-shattering effects on the planet of Zenith for years to come. The essence, the minerals that wafted off the comet sprinkled into the atmosphere, being inhaled or consumed by the occupants, causing their entire genetic code to be rewritten. And with this great change happening, they gained something new. Superpowers. But superpowers were not the only thing that came about with the passing of the comet. When the celestial malachite sword passed, some inhabitants of the planet had their eyes reawakened, and the veil between their world and the world of magic and spirits was parted. And with the parting of that veil, they gained the power to take from that other world and harness the power of magic. With the birth of superpowers, it was surprising that the planet's authority, the Zenith world government, managed to smoothly and cleanly transition them into the world society as a whole. Superpowers were given council, systems were put in place to give people essential needs for their powers, and the world advanced decades in the span of years. Science, technology, and the overall culture of the world flourished with the birth of superpowers in the world of Zenith. However, the Golden Age could not last forever. Even before the rekindling of the Infinite and the reformation of the Zenith world government after the Lich King's fall, magic was considered a chaotic and uncontrollable force in the world of Zenith, and when it came back with the comet, it was restricted, and the Society of Zenith was prohibited in the study, practice, and use of magic. And that was not the end of the government's tyranny. People around the world found themselves pushed down by the governmental power they put their trust in. Those who had sworn to protect them now began to abuse their authority with no repercussions. Oppression rose. Discrimination against those with certain powers skyrocketed. Freedoms were stolen. Justice systems completely tossed out the window in favor of convenience to those in power. It seemed there was no hope for those under the tyrannical boots of their oppressors. How do you fight back against something so terrible? Who do you call when the people at the top hold the gun? I answer your question with another. What makes a hero? Purpose. A higher purpose. a higher purpose can be what makes a hero. For of course, what was more fitting for a hero but to be given their duty by those above, whether that be by a mentor, a prophet, a leader, or even the very higher celestial beings themselves. A higher purpose can drive anyone to do the right thing. For the path of light is walked by those given the torch to guide the way. But we do not start this story with light, do we? No. We start from the beginning. And in the beginning, there was nothing. Longit, you aren't quite sure where you are. It's not your house, not your room. You aren't sure you are anywhere at all. It's in an endless expanse of black. You float within a space of nothing. Unless... Could you roll an insight roll for me? This time we'll just do it flat.
Alright. 12.
Alright, that passes. To say you float in a space of nothing would be inaccurate. No, it is more like you float in a space that lacks anything, and it would be inaccurate to say you also float in it. You have no body to float with. You are here, but you aren't really here. You have no other objective but to simply bear witness. So perhaps that is why you feel this buzzing in your non-existent chest. The buzzing of anticipation as you metaphorically stand at the edge of something extraordinary. Then, in the silence, you hear a sound. There's a blinding explosion of warmth and celestial majesty. A light bursts out of nowhere to completely envelop you and all that is around, filling the black with an infinite amount of somethings. You feel as if you are taking the force of an infinite amount of suns, and yet you feel no pain. In the blinding light, you can barely make out something. Your eyes dare not to even attempt to adjust to the light that surrounds you. Multiple arms, an impossibly colossal figure. This silhouette is unlike one that is normally made by light, for it is not made darker by the light around it. Instead, it is much, much brighter. Hello? And then you wake up. Sitting up in your bed, you find yourself back in your room, still feeling the lingering buzzing in your chest. That dream was strange, but other than that, it's another day for the 10-year-old Longit Astelart. Coin, can you please describe your character at this age?
At this age. Nugget is 10 years old. They have they're pretty average size for a 10-year-old. What's noticeably different from when they are older is that their hair is much shorter, around maybe shoulder, or maybe a little past shoulder length. Still that bright blonde. Also notable, no blue highlights in their hair or anything like that. Just the typical bright blonde that they have.
Yeah, okay. So it's about like a Tuesday, an average Tuesday, which in a Tuesday you have school. So, at this point, it's probably best to just start getting ready immediately. your parents like an early rise.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you get up, just get dressed in this. Oh, well, you just stick it in your pajamas for now, as you like to get dressed after breakfast. And you head out. You walk down the hall into like uh, the main part of your house to the dining room. And as you're walking in, you see your dad. Your dad, Jude
Mhm.
Astelart. He's 5'9", has this like bronze-colored skin, a lanky build, has this curly short red hair, dark brown eyes, and he's dressed in this like brown sweater vest with like a beige long sleeve button up underneath and dark brown slacks. He's sipping some coffee and like just messing around with some bacon and eggs, and he sees you walk up and says like, "Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Dad. Sit down.
How was rest?"
Um, it was it was cool. I had a weird dream.
A dream. Okay. And
Yeah, it was like
as he says this, you see your second father walking in the room, who doesn't really say much. Yeah, your other father, Marcus, the 6 foot tall, tanned, white skin, average build, dark brown hair, black eyes, dressed in like this dark blue button-up shirt with a black tie with thin white stripes on it, and he just sits down. Your breakfast is already set up because they expect you to be
Mhm,
at this around this time anyway. So yeah, you could go ahead and
mhm.
continue speaking as that happens. This is just another Tuesday for you.
uh Good morning, Father.
Uh,
Uh you um I had a weird dream last night. It was like it was like dark, and then there was like this big thing, just like this big light thing that happened, and like it was weird because it's not like dreams, other dreams.
right. You see, Jude speaks up, and well, yes, a very strange dream. Which I don't know, Marcus. What do you think? And you see, Marcus is just like looking at his food, like just eating a little bit. He doesn't eat much at breakfast, but he still like likes to get a full plate. And yeah, you see your dad, Marcus, just like look at you and say, "Dreams are fleeting. What isn't fleeting
Oh,
is preparing for the day. That's something that you should be focusing on."
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, Jude speaks up. It's like, yeah. You just get ready for school after you're done eating, and um, uh, oh yes, you do have piano lessons after school as well. And then you see Marcus says, and then you have pre-calc for your private studies. And then you see Jude says, and then after that you have to finish your homework after that as well. And then Marcus finishes off with like, and then you have
Yeah.
your night studies until bedtime.
Yeah. Right. I got it.
Good. We love you.
I love you too.
How does Longit feel about day to day with their parents?
This is, despite their reaction, this is incredibly normal. Very normal. This is just a very typical day for them. They would try to tell them something, and they would probably change the topic into one of their studies or school activities or whatever. It's very typical. They love their parents, but they, kind of wish it was a little bit different.
Yeah,
That
this is
they don't really know anything else.
yeah. Yeah, you don't have any memory of how things were like before. All you know is that these two men took you in when you couldn't even walk, and this is it. They are very passionate about academics, being a functioning member of society, and apparently they don't have time for weird dreams. We moved to a year later, and Longit, you were like around 11 years old, and thankfully, despite your usually full schedule, you've been blessed with some off time. Um, and how are you using it?
Um, um, During my off times, if okay, if they're not inside reading, they're probably taking like um they're if they're not reading if they're not reading like their books that aren't for academics, they might be walking or watching TV or something like that.
Got it. All right. So let's say you're watching TV. Yeah. On the TV, you're watching this like live event currently happening in Pinnacle City. Uh, and you see the first gentleman, that being a Leicester Amtower, just like making a speech in front of this newly built elementary school dedicated to the late father of animation, Fitz Dreamer. You see Elaster Amtower like posted up in front of this like lectern type deal with like a microphone, like a podium, right? 5'8", has like this curly honey colored hair tied back in like a short low ponytail, dark brown eyes, dressed in like a formal dark gray button up shirt and black slacks, and you just hear um Elaster speaking like rather proudly, just saying like Mr. Fitzstreamer has always been an inspiration to the many minds of Zenith with his great ambitions and even greater imagination. My child Atlas here has watched what he has created throughout his life. With his passing last year, I thought it only natural for his legacy to be immortalized in the capital of our world, where those who dare to imagine a better one can learn their crafts with the best tools available. Which is why today, I declare German's Elementary School officially open as of today. You see Elaster Amtower turn to the person who's been standing behind and to the side of him, holding this pair of golden scissors. You see they stand properly, their posture is straight, almost regal looking, and this, of course, is the president's kid, Atlas Amtower. Atlas is like 5'7", has this tan skin, slim build, like this dirty blonde hair, typically tied back at some sort of braid that goes down to the middle of their back, like this dark brown, almost like black eyes, dressed in like this suit matching their father's. And you see Atlas go and cut the ribbon, and applause, obviously through the screen. You can hear the applause, and you as you're watching this, you hear like footsteps from behind you, and you see um your father Jude walk up and says, "Now you see that? You see that, Longin?"
Uh, yeah.
Don't worry about the school. We're talking about Atlas here, the president's child. That is who you should aspire to be. They are the pinnacle of your generation. And look, the greatest role model that could be offered. They are absolutely proper.
The president's child. Right. Yeah.
How do you feel about um this expectation being set for you that you have to be as good as the child of the president?
it's it's a little bit ridiculous. It's the child of the president. They probably have their like 5 million of their own tutors and everything, and they're um they're it's not something they think they could reach, basically. I mean, they seem like they're so happy and willing to follow in their parents' footsteps that they pretty much have their entire future set out for them. Long as isn't sure that's
Mm.
what they could be. But they could try, I guess.
They could certainly try. All right. So we move through another year, landing on the day of Longit's birthday. Yay! Longit,
Yeah.
you sit at the dining table, and in front of you is your cake, some ice cream, and whatever tasty treats you had requested your parents to get. What flavor is your cake and ice cream and whatever treats you requested your parents to get?
Um. They got chocolate ice cream with vanilla frosting, and they treats. Um, they don't have like a sweet tooth or anything, so most of the treats are probably um like what like snacks, like salty snacks or something like that.
Mm. Mhm. Right. So, like you see, Jude's like 12 years old. You're almost a teen. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
Uh, does it taste good? You see, you hear Marcus speak up.
Uh, yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. I don't do sweets, so
Yeah.
more of a salty guy myself.
I think it's good.
Well, let's get to your gifts then. You see, they like prop down some
Yes.
gifts in front of you, and do you go to town?
Yeah, I take the very very politely take the first one from the top and open it up.
Yeah, you start to unwrap your gifts, and as you unwrap your gifts, you find more of the same variety of gift you usually receive from your parents. You receive a new pencil kit, you receive a new calculator, and you receive a book titled "A World of Old Oddities: A World History Book" by Margot Sinclair.
I just kind of look at all the stuff. It's pretty typical things that I would get for my birthday. I don't know why I expect to get anything different or more fun, but it's still nice. And I just kind of go. I kind of look up at them, and I go, I love it.
Yeah, you see, Jude actually looks at Marcus and is like, "Marcus, you got the Margot Sinclair book I was looking at." and Marcus is like, "Yeah, well, getting older, you know, Manga doesn't need childish toys, but tools for their studies." And I thought, who better than the architect, Margot Sinclair? Yeah, genius, genius, and genius. You're a genius. and as your parents just talk to each other, and you're just there. You're just there. um,
Yeah, I'm just there. I'm just sitting. I'm just looking at my things.
we move on, and we move another year to when you're 13 years old. Um, we sit in the quiet of your room. You're reading some young adult novel for your studies. You have to write an essay in your AP literature class on a book of your choice with 300 words minimum. Out of curiosity, just like pick a book, any book, make up a book. What's the book about?
Um, book. Um, alternate realities.
Alternate realities, like a fantasy book.
Yeah, like different dimensions and things.
No, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, as you
Mhm.
read this book, um uh this book speaking of alternate dimensions, paths less traveled, you the book is completely enrapturing. The magic system is like refined, which is definitely worth writing about. You take your notebook and mark that down. But as you're writing, could you like roll a perception for me?
Yeah, it's a one.
It takes you a solid 30 minutes to notice what the heck is going on. Wait,
Oh,
did you...
yeah. No, that's
as
a
you
one.
as
It
you
is a one.
continue writing, it it takes to the point where it gets up to your elbow, but you see something.
Mm.
With each letter
Ah,
you write, you see something being written on your arms. Doesn't hurt, doesn't feel
huh.
anything. It honestly feels warm. And these letters are letters you've never seen and words you've never read. And as you just finally take notice of that, you feel that familiar buzzing from a few years ago by now. You see these runes appear on your hands, your wrists, all the way up your arms, and then you see them start to shift, and the light from them begins to swirl out. You see them swirling in like helixes. They make different shapes in the air, the runes floating up from your arms and just floating around the room like little stars. And these shapes are beautiful. They look like different kinds of celestial bodies, or like things you just have in your normal day-to-day life. Like it makes like one of these lights make the shape of the book you're reading, and you see like a miniature piano, and you see a cat with bird-like wings.
Ah, I kind of let these images kind of float around a little bit, and I guess, I try moving my hands around, seeing what would happen, or if I could reach out to it or anything like that.
The way your hand moves through these creations, they you can touch them. It feels warm, like that first feeling of sun on your skin when you walk outside in a summer's day. And this is a power. You know it is. Everyone gets one at some point, usually around 12, sometimes earlier, sometimes later. This is it. Your power awakening.
Uh, um, that's okay. Um, I'm very excited by this. Power is one of those things that you think about, especially growing up, right? That which one you're going to get or whatever. And they're excited. They want to go tell their parents.
Okay, so you run out of the room, the streaks of light following you a little bit as you run through, and you see your father is like doing like right like well, your father Marcus is like on the dining table, and just like writing on some sort of legal document uh while your father Jude is like working on dinner for the night. And as they see you walk in, what do you say?
Um, uh, uh, Dad, Dad, Father. And I don't say anything. I just kind of run in front of them, or like in the middle of a room, and I try doing that thing again. If
Yeah, you see like these runes like react, and as they like basically are just like taking in what you're doing, they just suddenly you see their eyes widen, and it is not joy or 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 excitement like you have. They You see Marcus instantly like drops whatever he's doing. He runs over and he just like grabs your wrists, and he
what?
starts like rubbing it. It's like shit. And and you see Jude's like, that isn't what it is. That's not it is. And you see he grabs your like the sleeves that you're like rolled up and like pulls them down. Never show anyone this.
Wait, what?
I said never show anyone this. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah, Father.
What you have here, it's not for showing. What you have here is magic, and magic, I'm sure in your studies have learned, is extremely illegal in the eyes of the government, and I will not let your future be ruined by random chance.
Uh, oh, okay, okay.
It's imperative
I'm
that
sorry.
you don't mess with this type of thing. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Uh, I'm sorry. I got it.
You are forbidden from practicing any sort of your power, which you now know is magic, which they are right in the eyes of the government. Magical practice and things of that nature are taboo, completely forbidden. People who usually have these like magical reactions, they cause chaos. It's a chaotic power, and not for use for anyone. How do you feel? I guess is what I want to know.
I was really, really excited to have something that is my own, something that I can develop myself. But they're right. Parents are always right. I've probably read a lot about how chaotic magic can be, how it can be used for evil, how people have used it for chaos or evil, and as much as I want to say I wouldn't be like that. A part of me, a big part of me thinks that I could turn out like that. So, not gonna, not gonna risk it because, yeah.
Good. Okay. We move another year. 14 years old. You've been given a little more agency in your life, and you decide to go for that walk that you usually do when you have your off time. and Longit, you sit on the Gold Bay beach. You got your butt planted on the rocky shore, looking at the sun slowly descending towards the halfway point between the peak and the sea. You needed a breather from everything, from your parents, from your studies, and you finally found a recess period to just exist. How do you feel about everything you've experienced in your short amount of life, all the struggle? How do you feel about everything, the
I just,
expectations?
it's a lot, despite it being what they've been expected to do their entire life. It's a lot. It gets to a point, especially maybe I've got a homework piled up right now. I'm just stressed out about it, and there's so many things I need to do. It's not just school. It's all these expectations, all of these things that my parents have put me into, and it's not like I don't want to do any of them. It's not like I was forced to do it. I'm here because I want to make them happy. And it's just, and then there's these powers that I'm apparently not allowed to use because the government said so. And they're right, they're dangerous and chaotic, and it's all just constantly in my head all the time. And every single time I feel like I get a little bit of a breather, a little bit of time, there's more things that are piled up, there's more things that pop up. Um, it's it gets to a point. Um, they're just probably like what is it, like poking at the rocks on the beach, kind of kicking, picking at them a little bit. Um, and a lot of times they would like throw, if they're really bored, they would throw rocks into the ocean or something like that. But this moment in time, they weren't really looking at where they're throwing rocks and stuff, and they just throw one to the side, not really looking as to where they're throwing.
Yeah, in a moment of just like pure frustration and a need to vent this pressure in your heart and your skull, you take a rock from the beach and you throw it at a random direction, this one being at the Gold Bay Beach sign. You hear it clang against the metal of the sign and fall into the bushes. And that's when you hear another thump, and then you just hear, ah!
Oh,
Do you go to investigate?
yeah, I kind of uh uh slowly walk over, like I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Hello?
You walk up to like the bushes surrounding the Gold Bay Beach sign, and you just like peek over the brush, and you see this boy sitting in the middle of the brush, rubbing his head, standing like, I mean, you can't really tell what the height exactly. But he has like this dark brown skin, has this like average build, like on the skinnier side, like the short curly black hair, black eyes, dressed in like a black hoodie and great. This guy loves the monochrome style, and he's just like rubbing his head, and he's like, ah, dang.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw it. I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, yeah, this boy like looks up at you and is like, oh, no, no, it's completely fine. Hell of a throw. And judging from the the strength of the throw, uh, I'm sorry. you see, he stands up, and he goes from you go from looking down at him to looking up at him, and and he's like, he brushes his pants, and he says like, yeah, sorry, I was just I was reading comic books in the bush.
Uh,
You see, he grabs like this
in the
comic book called
bushes.
Starstruck, which has this like weird like this cowboy guy on it, and he just like stuffs it in
Uh,
his hoodie pocket, and he's just like, uh, yeah, judging from the force of the throw, it feels like the thrower is uh struggling with something. What what's the
oh.
deal, yo?
Oh. Nah, it's I, it's nothing. I mean, um, it's just stuff. Life gets kind of overwhelming. I guess. Mm, Um, got a lot of responsibilities piled up. I guess I just got mad.
Yeah, you sound like you need a break. Want to take a walk and I don't know, talk about it?
Huh? um, sure.
Yeah, I think I'm owed that for being hit by in the head. So
Yeah, no, if, yeah, if you want to, sure.
we cut to like only like a few minutes after, like you're walking on this rocky shore, the tide barely missing your shoes. This odd boy who just like asked to go on a walk after you hit him in the head with a rock, crosses his arms and furrows his brow. Wait, so they got you a textbook?
I got, yeah, I got me a textbook for one of my birthdays when I was a kid. I think it was a textbook that, it was a textbook that my father wanted me to have. I mean, it was fine. It's
Wait, hold on,
like
I'm confused. Did your father want the textbook, or did the father want you to have the
they,
textbook?
they, I honestly don't know. I think they wanted me to have it, but I think they also wanted it. And
Oh, this sounds like you go through a lot of shit.
it's not bad. It's just it's just a lot.
Oh,
I
don't
don't
get me
know.
wrong. This is really relieving
Yeah.
to hear.
Huh? What?
Well, it's relieving, to know like the model monarch of Mercy High actually has struggles. And you hearing the name, the model monarch of Mercy High, that is what you're called at your high school because you good grades, student council, bunch of electives. This guy is from your high school.
Mm. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess it was. I don't say anything, but it feels really awkward because I do not recognize did not recognize
I think
him.
he notices that in your expression. It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Of course, I know you. I know of you, really. Um, we're actually in the same homeroom.
Oh.
And also in fact, we've talked before. In back in grade school, we did a project on Unity Day presentation in Mrs. G's class, and you were like, I wanted to help, but then you were like, no, I'll do the whole thing, and so I just like let you, and I was just like standing there while you gave out the whole presentation. I got an A, so thank you for that. But
uh, yeah, that sounds about right. Sorry, I didn't recognize you at all. Um, What's your name?
Oh, I mean, it's not like really a big thing or nothing, you know. Like it's okay if you don't recognize me. I usually like stick by the shade anyway, and um, my name's Archibald, Archibald Smokeball, and and allow me to grant you some Smokefall advice. It, 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 I usually go on my own pace, you know, and judging from how you're feeling, I know it's probably hard for you to do this, but it's probably good for you to relax as well.
Yeah, maybe I'll try.
In This is like your first interaction, but after that, it's like this was like a one-time thing. At some point, you guys just like go your separate ways after you run out of beach to walk on, and you just go through your life after that. In that first year of high school, where you had signed up for the clubs you wanted to be in, applied for that student council position, and studied your butt off 10 times over, you felt the autonomy of it all. Like clockwork, you worked to keep that title of the model monarch of Mercy High. However, after that moment on the beach with that odd boy you now know as Archibald Smokefall, you began noticing him at school. Finally, his locker is 3 lockers away from yours. You see him sitting in your homeroom right in front of your own desk. And even at archery practice, you notice while drawing back your bowstring, he sits on the bleachers reading comic books. It feels like he's never been too far away. And after all this time, you finally blinked and saw something that's been standing in front of you the whole time. One day, you're walking through the cafeteria with some of your school troop, and you notice Archibald in the cafeteria sitting at one of the corner tables eating a sandwich while tapping away on his phone. He is alone. Meanwhile, Abigail Tenner, or just Abby to you, is showing you her math test scores. Look, 97%. Not too bad, huh? My mom said if I scored good on this test, she'd take me to the Ultraviolets concert. You think your dads would let you come?
Um, I'm not paying attention. I have no idea what she just said. I'm kind of looking over towards, the boy that is met. And I just kind of like, yeah. Um, I'm gonna, I might sit somewhere else today, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Wait, hold on. Where are you going?
Um, I walk away. I greet Archie.
And you see Abby not getting the picture, runs over and just like grabs his shoulders, like, wait, you're not sitting with him, are you?
What's wrong?
That's tall, dark, and spooky. Could you like roll an intellect check?
Yeah.
You could use your
15.
modifier, huh?
13. What is my modifier? It's 4, so that's 18.
All right, so
17 it is.
tall, dark, and spooky.
17.
You're not all that well versed in high school gossip, but this is something you have heard of. People talk about this tall, dark, and spooky guy who just hangs out around school. Some people are like, I don't even know if he really goes here, and like and they talk about how he's like don't even try talking to him. It's so menacing. And it's like I heard he's been to prison and stuff like that.
Oh. I just kind of wave Abby off. It's fine. I'm just gonna go say hi.
Okay. And you see like your troop just like walks off. And you begin approaching, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I kind of just like wave at him, see if I can get his attention.
He doesn't notice, but I think he only notices when you actually like go to sit down,
Yeah.
and he looks up and is like, hi.
Hey.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh. Just saw you were alone.
You see Archibald like looks around and then like just like looks around like the cafeteria and then like looks at you. Is like, you don't gotta do this, you know. It's fine. You could just like what it did like did the dudes in football put you up to this or some shit? It's fine, you know. It's
No. I don't know. You just seem. I just wanted to talk to you, I guess. I wanted to sit with the girls, and not really. What you up to?
I'm playing Bankai Carmel. He shows you his
I just kind
phone,
of look. I just
and
kind of look
it's
at
like,
him. I have no idea what that is.
yeah, he shows you his phone, and it's like a bunch of anime characters. Like just like a bunch of anime characters, and he's like, I'm doing AFKs right now.
I don't play games.
You don't like not one?
I don't really have the time.
Have you tried making time?
I really should.
I mean, like, don't get me. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on the club board. You're just in so many clubs. You could make time if you wanted to. You're in cartography. You're in cartography club. What do you? Who needs to know cartography?
It's interesting sometimes.
We're in the. we are in the 50th century. You don't need to know cartography.
I just kind of laugh him off. Like, yeah, whatever.
You see, he also laughs and and he says like, so like, could I? I mean, I know like everyone calls you the model monarch. I mean, I'm. You know what? I could. Can I call you? Could I call you by your first name? I know that's weird to ask. I just know, like,
Yeah,
you know, your friends do
of
that.
course.
And,
I mean,
like, I'm not your friend, but you know, like,
I think you're my friend.
what?
I think we're friends, right?
Real insight. You can add your plus.
5.
You can add your plus.
Inside. That is a 12 total.
You see, he turns his head, and just from the way his shoulders kind of like hunch up, he might have just stopped himself from crying. And he looks back at you. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I guess I should just like remind. I'm Archie. You can call me. You can call me Archie.
Archie. Well, it's nice to meet you. You can call me Langit.
Awesome. And after this lovely interaction, we move 1 year later. You're not hanging out with Archie at this moment, but you do hang out with Archie every now and then. And at this current moment, you're sitting on the couch with your father, Marcus, and you're both watching an event on the TV from Pinnacle Punctual News as they show a recording. No, not recording. A live broadcast of the Memorial Day event for the Lich King's attack 20th anniversary. You see the new statue is built in remembrance of the victims of the attack and also those who put their lives and sacrificed their lives in the battle against the Lich King. You witness the overseer speak on the past and calls for people to pay respects to the fallen. You see on the scene news anchor Deli Codslin speaking on the event while the people at the memorial lay flowers around the statue. And you see she says, the memorial was built with the melted down metals of the weapons the fallen soldiers who fought against the Lich King donated by the families who survived, who due to their loved ones' sacrifice. Also donated by the enforcers of the entire world. $10 million were given to multiple charities across the globe, including Soldier on Shoulders, Born to Live, and suddenly you see a giant burst of energy. Deli is cut off guard as from the background, a massive explosion of this dark blue energy goes off and the camera is dropped to the ground. There's sounds of chaos and screaming, and you hear Deli's like, "What the hell is going on? Jim, are you getting this?" And then you see abruptly the channel is cut to commercial. You hear your father Marcus clear his throat. Well then.
Who's that?
Your father's like just looks at you as like, you okay?
Yeah.
I know it was kind of scary. But you see like you got basically it's just awkward silence for like a few, like you're just seeing the commercials, and you see the commercials eventually do cut back, and you see Deli Codslin once more, a little disheveled but otherwise composed, and you hear her say, "We're back. The threat has been dealt with and ushered off. According to enforcer reports, there have been no casualties and barely just a few scrapes and bruises among the public. The assailant has been recognized to be Ezrael Vijaya, heir to the Vijaya name and Fixer Upper Incorporated, and former pupil of Fitch Dreamer, the late founder of Dreamer Studios. We will share new information as it... Jim, there he is!" You see Deli and some other reporters run over as the cameras zoom in on Sean Hopes, the overseer of law enforcement, as he is followed by a group of enforcers. Mics begin being thrown in Sean's face, but he seems to be taking it in stride. "Mr. Hopes, what can you tell us about the attacker? What was his motive?" "This was the result of an unfortunate power awakening. The Vijaya boy meant no harm, and this was purely a tragic accident." "What actions are the enforcers taking on this incident?" Ezreal Vijaya is being relocated to a safe and secure location for treatment. The enforcers will do their best, as they always have, to keep the public protected. Deli finally gets her word in as she holds up the mic. Mr. Hopes, for this to happen on the 20th anniversary of your victory against the Death Power Blight, could this be a sign? Was Ezreal Vijaya a herald for the second coming of the Lich King? On the screen, you see Sean stop and look at Deli for a moment. A pause occurring in his stride and his smile faltering. But his composure is sooner gained as he waves his hand dismissively and says, No more questions. And you see that everyone starts trying to bombard him with more questions, but the enforcers basically block their path, and he walks on to enter a car and go somewhere. And as this is happening, your father just just says that is dreadful, awful, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just real unfortunate.
Uh-huh.
You've learned about death powers in school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just happen, I guess. I hope the family's okay. Can't imagine having a lich in your family,
Yeah, no, that sucks.
How do you feel about just the idea of death powers and the fact that it is illegal, and also just the history of the Lich King?
I mean, the whole thing's kind of terrifying, right? The concept of someone could just develop a power that would make them cause so much chaos and death and destruction around them. It sucks. I mean, it sucked to see someone that probably was around Hamid's age that happening to them. It's just kind of scary.
Yeah, very terrifying. Good thing it's been dealt with, though. Now we move on. Great Lumbers Forest. The large forest on the west side of Gold Bay, where the greatest timbers pillars stand. In the year when you turn 16, you find yourself there with Archie. He said he was taking you there on a little nature walk for a late birthday present. You walk on the amber path, the sound of fallen twigs crunching under your shoes. Archie walks next to you, and you hear him say, about the guy who would snatch people up here back in the 4850s?
What?
Yeah, there was this guy, like a full-on serial killer. This guy called the Shady Scimitar Slasher.
I just kind of when you punch someone in their arm, just dude, don't say that.
Ah, my weak bones. But no, I'm serious. It was he would hunt forest walkers through the woods in the dead of night. As it's where the sun's going down, but in the dead of night in the 4850s, he would just kill people. He would the authorities got him after a whopping. He killed 28 people before he was caught.
Yeah, and you're taking me alone into a dark forest with that story?
Oh yeah, but don't you worry. Only a few people say. You see, he starts looming over you, that he still walks these tall woodlands, waiting for the perfect time to strike again.
I just kind of lightly push him, dude.
He laughs, and as you guys continue talking, you suddenly see Archie's face light up. Oh, here we are! And you watch as he just runs up an incline in the path ahead. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you follow him up, and you see the rather unmissable tree at the top. Great Red, the largest red oak tree in the entire forest. And also the landmark of Halfway Point. Roll perception for me. You can add your plus.
Yeah. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Yeah.
You see in the tree, all over the base of the tree, it has many wounds on its barky hide. People have carved into the tree many initials, and some of these initials are paired up with hearts surrounding them. Classic romantic style. And Halfway Point is the halfway point of the Amber Trail. And honestly, with a natural 20, I'll just tell you, it is also a well-known romantic scenic spot in Gold Bay.
Mm-hmm.
He you see Archie runs up to the tree and places a hand on it, and he looks at you. This is what I was trying to find. Honestly, kind of hard to miss because Great Red's really big. We just have to get up to the top.
The top?
You look up and see the gargantuan, rival skyscrapers, this red oak tree. This is definitely not natural, but it's honestly not that surprising, for a tree, a tree in Lunarden, of all places. It's supernatural phenomenon across nature happened here. A lot. And you're just looking, you're looking up, and as he says, we just have to get up to the top. The lowest branches of the tree are far too high for you to reach. For either of you.
Exactly.
What?
You want to go to the top? How exactly?
Oh, I can handle that. Could you close your eyes?
Sure.
You see, he walks. You just hear the crunching of his shoes, and then you feel his presence behind you, and he just to make sure, and he puts his hands over your eyes with them closed, and he goes, and then you just feel a cold rush of wind. And it honestly, it almost feels like you're falling for a second. And then you feel Archie lower his hands from your face. And open. You open your eyes and you see something beautiful. You find yourself standing in this beautiful dome dome of leaves and branches. The branches are thick and tightly knit together, covered in the leaves of the red oak tree. It makes up the floor and the walls that rise up to show slivers of the sun. And hanging from the ceiling are these many little lanterns. Ta-da!
Archie, what is this?
Treehouse.
Get up. What?
It's our treehouse. I made it, and now we can hang out whenever we want here, and
I see the treehouse now. Yeah. How exactly did we get up here?
How'd we get up here? Is what you're asking.
pretty high up.
Would you believe it if I said I like helped you up here? I'm like really tall.
Uh, what?
You see, like nervously laughs and is like, okay, okay, I'll tell you, but you can't tell anyone.
Okay.
Promise.
I promise. I promise.
Okay. And you see, Archie holds up his hands, and you see he like reaches down and offers a hand to his shadow. You don't see anything happening, but then you see his shadow's hand grabs his and he pulls it up. There's a shadow version of Archie, like just right there. Eh?
Huh? Oh wow.
Now here's the part you shouldn't talk about. And you see he rolls up his sleeve and you see runes covering his arm. It's very familiar to you. So,
I just kind of.
so the thing is, I, can do magic. Yeah.
I just kind of tilt my head a little bit at the runes, rolling his arms, and I um. I silently, I don't say anything, and I just kind of I just kind of hold up one of my hands and kind of make it glow a little bit, just to show off the same kind of similar rune things that are going around my hands, and just.
What? What? He just starts freaking like reacting like viscerally. You see this shadow version of him is like also like puts its hands on its head, looks at freaking Archie. It's like, what the hell? What? You could do you are I am and you were.
I guess.
You asshole! Why did you hide that from me?
You know why? Why would I?
Well, I guess
Sorry.
yeah, I know why. I just if I knew, and it would be cool. This is cool.
It's really cool.
I I made this place with help of this magic I got. I harness magic through like shadow as a conduit, which is why this guy exists. You see the shadow Archie White waves at you. And oh yeah, you can go away now. You see Archie Shadow Archie gives thumbs up and like he goes back into his shadow. And it's like I I have been training it. Not by myself. I probably wouldn't be able to do that. But I've been training with this like wise old professor, you know, and he's been teaching me, and it's been real great, you know. I'm not really good in academic studies, but magic I can do.
Hmm.
What can you do? You know, like what kind of spells are you working with?
I.
Like how long you been
I'm
training?
gonna be honest. That was the first. I'm gonna be honest. That was the first time I used my powers in like 6 years.
Oh, oh, is it because of your asshole parents?
I mean, they're not assholes. It's just I can't really, I can't risk it. But I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's really cool.
Um, I mean, if you don't, would you want to know how to do magic?
Honestly, yeah.
Um, Archie like looks at you and nods, and it's like, I could, I could teach you a little if you want. I mean, we're here. No one's gonna find us.
I kind of look around a little bit, but kind of a bit paranoid, I guess. Is not something I ever talk about or do, and just like, um, yeah, no, screw it, sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, he just like starts like going through like the basics basically of like what magic is and how to like basically like somatics, like vocal like spell components, like stuff like that he's learned from this professor guy that you have no idea who he is. And he says he can't tell you because that's like a confidential thing.
Mhm.
And he basically just like shows you a couple of things he's learned. He shows you like this he shows you like to make like a little like, since it's like his conduit is shadow and yours is like light. He makes a shadow pool, you make a light pool, and like it's like a small little like bowl type shape thing, and he's just teaching you how to like kind of like shape your magic in different ways. And then he like shows you this spell where he can kind of like make like he can move shadow like water, like around in the air, like swirling around, like doing like cool little moves, kind of like a waterbender, kind of, and
Mhm.
you you're trying to do what he's doing, but his hands are moving like in a certain way, and you're trying to do it like you're normally like really dexterous, but this is like something entirely different to you, and you haven't trained this power in like three or 4 years of living. And he just like is watching you like trying. Is like, yeah, you just move your finger in this uh, hold on, I got it. And he walks up behind you and just like like reaches his arms around you. Is like, and like, it's like just, or just mold my hands like yours. And basically he's like
Mhm.
behind you, just like helping you move your hands, and this light is bent into shape, and you start like moving it around. It's like, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
And this is like the first time that you learn magic with Archie. You just hang out with Archie, like learning little bits of magic. And a year goes by for the model monarch and the tall, dark, and spooky boy of Mercy High. In that year, they grow even closer, as they always have over the years. They spend many days and many nights together talking about anything, and Archie sometimes teaches Longet about magic and the things he's learned from his training, and all of their time spent together, the study nights, the late night chats, and the fun outings. It all leads to the year 5033, as the school year is coming to an end. And their last summer vacation before they take to the university nears. At 17 years old, Longit, you sit outside in the grass of your backyard, and in the dining room inside your house, your parents are finally sitting down and meeting Archie's. Unknown to both Longit and Archie who hang outside, Archie's parents talk about how they are grateful to Longit for helping Archie with his grades and also just being someone he can rely on. And Jude and Marcus reply with how glad they are that Longit found a study partner. they are really mesh with, and they are sure with the colleges they have both applied for, which you guys have synced colleges for being that you've applied for. So honestly, it's pretty rare if you guys don't make it into the same college. And they're glad that they can continue their studies together. And meanwhile, Longy, you sit with Archie, sitting in the quiet as the wind weaves through the blades of grass and the birds chirp in the nearby trees. Archie taps his lap as he breaks the silence. So, what are your plans for the summer?
I mean, I've got a couple of like summer school stuff set up, but other than that, it's not nothing really.
Yeah, that's boring as shit.
Come on.
Maybe you're not even like a cool like a summer camp. Like you're not going to like LARP camp or something. It sounds like you look like a LARPer. You look like you'd LARP.
Uh, I don't know what that means.
I feel like you just really enjoy LARPing.
Okay. Sure.
And you know what? I would LARP. I got we, as you know, legally like as people who could like do cool stuff, we could LARP. You know, it's a pretty good LARP. Obviously, we probably shouldn't because we would probably get like instantly in trouble and arrested or something. But you know, like it'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. And then get into so much trouble.
You know, Archie laughs and then like you see his smile lessens a bit for a moment as you see him look down at the grass, and when he looks up at you, you see his face has softened and his expression looks vulnerable. You've seen him vulnerable before, but like it's never usually towards you. It's like a vulnerability, like just a general vulnerability. He maybe when he's having a social interaction that he's not used to having. And you see you hear him ask so Long, can I say something a little personal?
Yeah.
He nods and then just like says, I I have never had, you know, a real friend before you, you know, and now that we're going to university, I do want to say that I did confirm with my mentor that you could start training with me at his class.
Really?
Yeah. Once the new year starts, it's official, and I can take you right straight to him after class if you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm not very good at this stuff.
Yeah, well, trust me, he is such a good teacher. You'll love him. He's old and smells like cigarettes.
Okay.
But like those good cigarettes that smell like chocolate. You've never heard of a chocolate cigarette. You have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Mm-mm.
And he looks down at you, he looks down at the grass again before he looks up. He's like, so yeah, that's cool. And I just want to be honest with you. Before I met you, I was in a bit of a dark place, no pun intended. And people called me tall, dark, and spooky because, well, honestly, I kind of was. I stuck by the shade. I always kept to myself. I didn't know how to be normal like everyone else. But then you, that one afternoon on the beach, I don't know, I saw someone who I saw in the mirror, you know, someone who struggled with that, like me. Obviously, you're a lot. It's like a prettier mirror, but like you get what I mean. Like, what I'm saying is, you look different, and I saw someone who looked just as despaired as me. You know, and I thought that day would be the only time we would ever interact. I'm not really someone people talk to, but you came up to me and you kept coming up to me and you kept hanging out with me, and you see him cross his arms almost like he's holding himself for what he says next. You made me care about myself, you know? You pulled me out of that dark. You are the brightest thing in my life. Long it.
Huh. I don't know how to respond to that. I just kind of look at him. He's kind of like, I smile. He's like, I'm really glad I met you too.
I think this is when friends awkwardly hug. He says, uh,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, awkward.
You pull him into a hug, and he hugs you, and I'm so glad that I met you, you know, and as like, and you just hear him like, and what the hell, and he looks down, and it causes you to look down, and you see this surge of power from both of you start just like conducting, and it begins to swirl up similarly to like the first time you ever used you awakened your powers. You see this swirling magic of light and shadow, like swirling in like a double helix, like as if they're dancing. They float up into the air, make beautiful designs in the sky, not like the sky, but like in the air around, like, you know. And you guys separate, and you guys just watch as it basically dances with no control that you're giving, like it's natural. And you see Archie like looks up, and is like, oh wow.
Fascinating.
Could you make a will save for me?
Yeah. Three.
Longit, as you watch this beautiful display of your magic swirling together, you suddenly in your chest, similar to the buzzing you felt every time something significant in your life occurred, but this doesn't feel like anticipation or excitement. It feels like fear, and it has nothing to do with your magic, but your own doubts. You're scared your parents might see you doing this with Archie. You're worried all your hard work will be for nothing if you get caught practicing magic. You feel the fear of the possibility that you'll fail to meet all the expectations set on you if you go through with this. And with all these things bubbling within you, you see the light swirling with the shadow suddenly jerk and go jagged, ruining its perfect helix with the shadow as it collides with it. The balance is completely tossed into disarray, and both of you and Archie are knocked back by the pure force of both your magics exploding. And Archie groans on the ground and sits up. Oh, whoa, what was that?
Uh,
Then
uh,
you hear the sliding door on the back porch open, and you see both Archie's parents, that which are Jocelyn and Caesar. They run over with your parents. They look at you on the ground. They look at the dissipating remnants of magic in the air, and then you see them look at the fading runes on both of your arms. And then you see Jude and Marcus look at you, and Marcus speaks up. Longan, what the hell is going on? Did you... You see it, all your
No,
fears
Father.
are about to be realized. How could you explain any of this off? You've been caught red-handed. You're desperately think of something to save your image. What could you say? What do you say, Longan?
I just kind of try and get up, but I kind of stumble. For a moment before I start talking, I look at Archie. I look at Archibald.
Archibald looks at you. He looks a little panicked as well. It's like he's like, shit, you know.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. It's not me. I swear it's not me. It wasn't me. I I didn't want to practice magic. I kind of stopped making eye contact with anyone, and I uh I was forced to. I was forced to. Yeah.
What? What?
Archibald made me do it.
What?
Archibald made me do. I I didn't. I didn't want to practice magic. Okay,
Longan, what the hell?
I thought we were. I thought we were friends. So
No, what?
I told him, and I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have. I
What
know
the
I shouldn't
hell?
have, but and he said that he would tell people if I didn't help him,
What?
if I
No.
didn't, and he made me practice magic, and so I could help him. It was like dark. It was dark magic,
No.
and it's what we've been doing in secret. And I'm sorry.
Wait,
Okay,
no.
I couldn't tell. It's not that I couldn't tell him to stop. He would threaten me,
What?
so I wouldn't. He, he tried blackmailing me. I I'm sorry. Okay, we were supposed to do one now, but I couldn't go through with it because I know
Or,
I know you're disappointed in me. I know I shouldn't have done anything, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. And I don't want to. I swear I don't want to.
you see your dad, Jude, goes up to you and pulls you into a brace, and he's just like, Archibald did all this to you? Then you see Archibald's mom, Jocelyn, looking at him and is like, Archibald. Archibald looks panicked, horrified at what is occurring, and he shakes his head and he turns to you in your father's hole. He's like, no, this is all wrong. It's not true. He steps forward. This was an accident. Long it. Tell them. And you hear the loud sound of your other dad, Marcus, slapping Archie so hard he spins and falls to the ground on his hands and knees. You stay the fuck away from my child. You see Archie's dad go rigid.
No.
Marcus! He runs, but instead of going to his son, he grabs Marcus's arm to stop him from hitting Archie again. There's gotta be a better explanation. We heard all we needed to. You heard it from Longit. Marcus looks at Archibald with hatred in his eyes. Your son is a fucking monster! In your father's hold, in your family's hold, you see Archibald on the ground on his hands and knees. You hear sniffling, and you see him get up on one knee. Then, in one burst of movement, he takes off running. He pushes through the back fence door, and the rest is a haze to you. You remember hearing Jocelyn shout out for Archibald. You remember seeing Caesar run after him a moment too late. You remember hearing your dad's words of comfort telling you the monster is gone. All of it a haze. But one thing remains clear in your mind. After the chaos left with Archibald, you looked down and you were the only one to notice. Archibald's shadow remained where he had fallen and looked at you before vanishing with him. It's been a month, Longit. It's been a month since everything had happened, and now you sit at the desk of your room, looking at your acceptance letter to BIU. You've been accepted with a full-ride academic scholarship. You did it. What you fought for this whole time is finally yours. How do you feel?
Horrible. It's a good thing, right? It's supposed to be a good thing. I should feel good. I really, really should. I don't know how I feel. There's just guilt and numbness. They tried moving on. They tried just, keep going. But it's just not. I'm probably gonna go and tell. I wanna go and tell my parents that got accepted because it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and I should tell them.
You walk out down the hall towards the dining room, and your parents are doing the usual thing that they do. They seem fine, like nothing's wrong, like nothing happened, like it was just another Tuesday. And they look at you, and Marcus looks in like he's anticipating something. It's like, and goes like, "Well."
I just kind of give them the fakest little smile that I could. Go, got it.
That's great. Jude runs up and gives you a hug. And it's like, I am so proud of you. You've worked so hard for this. I'm so happy right now.
Yeah. No, it's great.
He watches. Jude looks at you and sees your face and the clear fakeness of the smile you have on is like, you don't seem all that excited. BIU is one of the best colleges in the entire continent of Lunadin.
No, I am. I swear I am.
Oh no, you're not. You're not happy
awesome.
because it was that Smokefall
No,
boy that you're still thinking about. I told you to stop thinking about him.
I'm not.
Listen, you don't have to worry about that anymore. I took care of it.
What? Yeah. No. It's fine. Really,
It is fine. Yes. I took all care of it. The illegal activity, the hostage situation that you were in, I told the school, and then I told the enforcers as well, and they said they're going to handle him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's all good now. He's never going to touch you again.
Wait. Uh, I just kind of stand there, just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna, uh, I don't really say anything. I just kind of wave them off. I just kind of like, I'll be back. I wanna head to Archie's.
You and at the Smoke Balls house? Okay. You go to, you run, or run or bike or however you like to traverse to Archibald's house. It's like a few blocks away from yours. And, you get to the front lawn of his house. It's like a 1-story. It's pretty modest. You run up to the door, and the panic beating against your rib cage as your heart pounds from the fear and the effort it took for you to get to the house. But just when you are about to knock, you see the front door open and a woman you don't recognize standing in front of you.
Um, um,
She looks down at you, smiles a little bit. Afternoon.
I'm sorry.
I'll be on my way now.
I just wanna.
And
Oh,
you see she
okay.
walks past you.
Okay. I just
And
kind of look around. Like I look at the
yeah, you
house. I just
see
like,
her
this is the right
walking.
house. It is the right
You see
house.
her, yeah, it is the right house. You look around, you see her walk past you. You like look inside. You see the house. You see actually Archibald's mom is walking down the hall towards you, and you um she just walks up and is like, Longhead, what are you doing here?
Uh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Is Archie here?
You see like uh her face kind of like angles downward, and she says, no, he's not. No. Last time I saw
Uh,
Archibald was the last time you saw him.
what?
I don't know where he is.
Oh. Oh. Um. Okay.
You see Jocelyn leans against the door as she still holds it while looking at you. You can see the tiredness in her face, the bags under her eyes. You can understand why she's been having trouble sleeping. You aren't in that much different of a boat after all. Then she speaks up again. Listen, Longit. Thank you for your concern for Archibald. Even if you're the last person I expect to care, me and Caesar are sorry. We didn't see the signs. Whatever he had done to you and whatever you went through, we are so sorry on behalf of our son, and we should have taken better care of him. And but on that note, I must ask you a favor.
Yeah.
Please don't come here again. For the sake of our own health, Caesar doesn't need reminders of his failure as a father. So thank you for coming. But this is goodbye, and please take care. Good luck at college. The door is shut before you can respond, and you hear the lock click into place.
Okay.
Your head instinctively goes down as the conversation ends, and that's when you notice the collection of mail that has built up on the porch, and you see one with a recognizable emblem, the one of Bright Idea University, BIU. Do you investigate at all?
Yeah, I take a look at it.
You pick it up, and it's addressed to Archibald Smokefall. You open it, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
his. Yeah, you open it, and it is his acceptance letter for a full ride academic scholarship. He did it. What he fought so hard for is finally his. He got in. How do you feel?
Worse. None of this is good. None of this is good. I I take the letter. I take that. I mean, no, it's not like anyone else would. And I there's the feeling of guilt has not stopped since that day. It swirls up and it's numb. I can't be happy for anything that I achieve anymore. Doesn't matter really.
The feelings that are within you do not leave. Your first year in BIU, you're 18 years old now, and it's nothing to write home about. Not that you really would interact with your home anyway. Not after everything that happened there. You couldn't stay there for longer than a day without feeling that draining guilt of what you had done. You can't even look at your backyard anymore. So instead of studying at your house, you do it at Page Turner Library in downtown Gold Bay. As you study, however, you can't help but feel distracted. It's not necessarily out of the ordinary for your mind to wander, but it's something in your chest. It keeps tugging at you. Is it your guilt? Is it some undiagnosed condition that you are either too uncomfortable or too lazy to address? No, no. This feeling is faint, but also familiar. And you can't ignore it anymore as you stand up and go for a walk to the library. As you walk, you find yourself nearing the youth section and you hear something. You hear a voice. "Brave Sir Knight, what troubles you so?" the princess asked, laying a hand on his shoulder. "Oh, well, princess, there's a thing about me no one knows," Dedrick replied. You follow the sound of the voice and you see a man sitting on a chair in front of a group of children. He turns each page, showing them the pictures and reading the words on the page for them. "Sir Knight, there is no need to be worried about that. We are all different," the princess said assuringly. The man reads on. "Were you not the one who saved me from the furious dragon?" "But princess, I am a dragon as well," Faustin replied. "I am not Dedrick, but a dragon, known as Faustin. Are you not afraid of me?" "Not at all, Sir Faustin. For you may be a dragon, but you are the dragon that saved me." The princess lays her fair hand on Faustin's cheek. "It is not your appearance nor your history that defines you, Sir Knight, but your character and your actions. And to me, that just makes you the knight who came to my rescue." You watch the man read to the kids for a while. You lose track of time as you continue to see him read, choosing different books to read to them. You are caught off guard by the sound of the final book shutting. The end. And that's the last book, everyone. Thank you for coming. And as the book ends, you gather yourself after you see the children get up and return to their parents. And I'm guessing you just like turn to leave after the story time's done.
Yeah, I found myself kind of leaning on a bookshelf, just kind of watching, just kind of listening to the story, I guess, and then I just like, oh shoot, okay, I need to go now.
Yeah, you turn to leave to return to your studies, but are once again caught off guard as you see the man who was reading walk over to you. Excuse me, did you
Huh?
enjoy story time?
Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, uh,
No, no, that's completely fine. We
yeah,
can, everyone can enjoy a good story every once in a while. It's nice to meet
it was
you.
lovely.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Reyes, and he offers you a hand.
I take it. Astellar.
Nice to meet you, Estella. And when you shake hands, a rush washes over you, and evidently you see that Mr. Reyes, it seems to wash over him as well. And then you don't see like a look of shock like yours. You see a smile. Oh, I suspected as much.
I'm sorry.
I think you have a secret.
Uh,
You
uh,
lean over. Well, he leans over towards you and says, "You're a mage, aren't you?"
but I just kind of I take like a step back, like, no,
Yes.
no, no, no,
Yes. Yes, you are.
no,
You are.
no,
Yes, you are.
no. I have a lot of studying to do. Um,
Oh, trust me, I can offer you a lot of studying.
mm,
Would you like to take a walk with me?
I just kind of I hesitate. But I look at him. I just screw it. Yeah. Uh, I I just like go towards him, go on a walk.
You see him basically just it's just like a constant smirk on this guy's face. He's like 5'11", has like this light brown skin, an average build. Has like this dark brown, short curly head of hair, purple eyes. He's dressed in like this like normal like beige button-up shirt. And it's just a normal brown slacks, and he's just like walking. You're like he's like he walks you out of the library, leaving your studies behind. You can grab it later. But
Mm-hmm.
as he's walking, he goes to the back of the library area where there is a park that people like to hang around. And he says, "So that strange energy, what's up with that?"
That is uh it's well, you know what it is.
Oh, no, I don't, which is why I'm so intrigued. Because that is not just any
Oh,
sort of energy that I'm sensing off of you, Astelard. You see, it's dormant, but it's very dense.
sorry.
The energy within you. It smells powerful.
It's it's really it's really nothing. I don't um I don't I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you're
this.
going down this like paved path in the park, and then he just stops like at a bench, and he sits down and then like gestures for you to sit.
Mhm.
He leans back for a second, but then quickly like just like sits up and looks at you, and that like smirk he had going on goes dead serious. You're in trouble.
Uh, what?
I said it's dormant but very dense. If
Uh,
that power isn't trained properly, it could go haywire. It could be anything like a emotional reaction that could cause a massive explosion of power that will gain notice.
I didn't. I. You sure?
You think back to the moment where everything went wrong, and you remember the last thing you felt was that self-doubt in you, and you connect it with the magic's reaction to your own emotional state.
What am I supposed to do about that?
Well, you need to train it. Plain and simple, really.
It, it's not that simple. I can't just train magic.
Sure you can, if you have the right teacher.
Uh, what?
I don't know where you could find one. I mean, it's just like where could you find a really good teacher who could teach you how to train this and make it so that you don't have any incidents in the future. I mean, it's like you need like an insanely handsome tall chiseled man, probably a man, need a teacher that's a male person who has like a really good head of hair on his head, and that would need you would need someone like that, I'm sure.
I nod along, and then I kind of just like jokingly look around. I was like, huh. I don't know where I can find one.
It's me. It's me. It's
Look
me.
anywhere but
It's me.
him.
I'm the teacher.
Okay, Mr. Teacher.
Wait, is that a yes?
Uh, yeah,
Great. Come with me.
sure.
He gets up.
Okay.
He just like speed walks over to like off the park onto the sidewalk, goes down like a few blocks, and then walks into an alleyway.
Um, where are we going?
As you follow him into this alleyway, you get a bit of distance from the street, and then he turns to you. Oh, I forgot to mention, he has a cane he's been using, and he says, "All right, here's your first lesson in magecraft, Ocelot. Not everything is what it seems. The arcane can be quite deceiving, but in our case, that is a good thing." You see, he raises his cane. You may want to prepare your eyeballs for this. And he slams the cane down, and a burst of light flies out. And when the brightness dissipates, Reyes does not look like a librarian. He is dressed in this long blue cloak that's shaped oddly, looking slightly like a pair of wings wrapped around his shoulders with a hood. The runes on the cloak also make patterns like that of a butterfly. Underneath the cloak lies his personal garb, tucked into a belt with a pendant displaying the Trailblazer's insignia, which you have no idea what the fuck that is. And a spell book is chained to his hip, and a pouch for spell and alchemy opponents on the other. And in his hand, instead of a cane, is a beautiful steel sword with gold engraved in the hilt, and it rests in his hand. Mr. Reyes smirks at you and says, "Pretty cool, huh?"
it's a get up.
Yeah, we could probably get you some magical garb like that. And you see Mr. Reyes is cut off as the sword flies out of his hand and the pommel bonks against his forehead. What the hell?
Oh.
How dare you smack me against the ground? I have had enough of you, whelp. I am the Sword of Kings, and it was bad enough you disguised me as a cane, but hitting me against the ground as a theatrical way was completely unnecessary. You look around trying to find the source of the noise until you realize that the voice is coming out of the sword.
Hello.
How dare you look upon me? Look away.
Okay.
You look away?
I gotta just look away for a second, but then just look back like I'm not listening to this thing.
You see, as you look back, the sword is posed up. Behold, I am the Sword of Kings, the great and magnificent Barthélemy. And here is my trusty Squire Reyes. I'm actually the master. He's just like a sword that I found.
I look at Mr. Reyes with a very confused expression. Just like what?
Listen, my adventures have led me in many places, and sometimes you find swords that talk to you and are assholes.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Sword of Kings.
You can call me Barthélemy, the Sword of Kings.
I just kind of nod and like a mock bow, and I just like Longet Astalart.
Oh, Longet, that's a nice name. You see, Reyes speaks, and then he, so he's like, all right, so as you know, magic is illegal, so we're gonna have to do this somewhere else.
Yep.
You see he makes a bunch of movements with his hands. You see these runes building up in his hands, and he presses it against this brick wall. The brick wall, like a line comes from his hand and spreads out until a door forms in the wall. And he turns the handle and pulls it, and he gestures like dramatically.
What?
Swords first. Did you see Barthélemy goes in?
I'm just kind of like baffled, I guess. It's just like, oh, what the hell?
Would you enter?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Probably not a good idea. Like, you just met this guy, but you walk into what looks like
not a good idea, but you know.
You're heavily depressed, and maybe this will lead to something exciting. You walk into what looks like a dormitory. Not all that different from your dormitory at the university. There's a bed, some minor furniture, some decorations on the wall. Honestly, this room looks pretty bland for a bedroom. But by the look on your new mentor's face, you realize that it's not all there is. And you remember his first lesson. He presses his hands together and then pushes forward. You watch the walls spread farther and farther apart until they completely fall away. A sanctuary of magic and knowledge is revealed to you. Runes of magic floating in the air and many arcane wonders fill this place. This is the perfect, this is what you were expecting to find in this door. And then you see your mentor turn to you. So, shall we get started with the second lesson?
Second lesson?
Of many.
Yeah.
For about a year, you are trained in the arcane. You learn of the magics of this world. And you learn of magic itself, this beautiful and natural force that exists within the fabric of the universe that many use for a variety of things. Although it may be chaotic sometimes, it is a wizard's ability to navigate that chaos like a pirate at sea that shows the merit of learning magecraft. You learn to create constructs out of light, and you learn to bend that light to craft illusions as well. And on one occasion of training your constructs, you craft yourself a weapon, a magic bow that you named Dawnbreaker. Which, when you tell Reyes of your creation, he says, Dawnbreaker? That is a stupid fucking name.
Oh my god.
That's just like a dumb name.
No, it's cool. It's
It's
cool.
a bow. Bows don't break things; they pierce things. Dawn Piercer.
No, they do. They do. Have you seen a bow?
They can break. The arrows break things. The bows don't.
Whatever.
I honestly think you should have picked a sword. You're telling me, say around the corner.
Yes, yes.
And you see your training is going well, but on one occasion, Reyes is teaching you a general magic spell. And it's a spell that can use that you may use to it's just like a purely really just like a minor like party spell, honestly, where you can use the light that you have and weave it around, kind of like that of a waterbender from Avatar, and it should be simple for you, but you're having trouble, and you've been at it for a while, and it usually takes a little to fully get the hang of a spell. But this one is different because you already know this spell. It's one Archie taught you. Why do you think Longit is struggling here? What's going through their head?
It's definitely Archie. It's definitely every single time they try to do those movements that those exact movements that they've learned, that they had mastered at one point. Every single time they move their hand in a certain way, they can feel him almost. Remember every single memory that they had. Remember the memories that they had, and then remember horrible things that they said, and they lose it. They lose that focus, and they can't. Maybe they don't need to learn this one. You know, it's fine.
You see Reyes, who's been watching you try, and try again to cast the spell. He's been guiding you through, trying to at least, from the scroll that he gave you. And he picks it up and places it to the side. So, Longit, one thing about magecraft is that a wizard always has to master is that one thing that about magicraft that a wizard always has to master that can make or break a combat on the success of a magic study, something that the most skilled of wizards have to learn, is having a steady mind. This is a generally easy spell that I know you should have no problem learning, so what's on your mind?
I know. It's it's not like I haven't learned magic before this. I tried learning. It's like a long time ago. Feels like lifetimes now. I had a friend. He he practiced magic, and he told me about it, and I told him about my magic, and he offered to teach me. he knew all of these things because he was learning himself and he wanted to teach me. But yeah, I mean, I tried for like a while, but I our parents found out. My parents found out about it. It was an accident. It was an accident. I'm pretty sure almost blew up the backyard. they I found out, and I didn't know. I didn't know what else to say. I told them that he. I I blamed everything on him, and because I didn't want my parents to be disappointed.
You see
I just
Reyes take two chairs, and he sits one down and places one like a few feet across from him, and he gestures for you to sit.
I sit down.
Your friend. Do you regret what you did? Do you feel guilty?
Um, yeah, I guess I've been trying not to think about it.
Guilt is a big factor that could cause someone to unlearn an entire school of magic. But let's not talk about magic here, let's talk about you. I've known you for a few months now. And do you think you're a bad person?
I don't know how to answer that question.
You made a mistake. And you were panicking. And according to what you told me, your dense, dormant power awakened, just like I said, an emotional reaction. Something inevitable and poorly timed, but inevitable. For all the months I've known you, I have never gotten any sort of inkling that you're a bad person. You just made a bad choice.
Yeah?
And would you do anything to take it back?
I haven't spoken a word to him since that day. But there are a million things that I want to say. Yeah. I wish.
You see, he reaches over and places a hand on your shoulder. There are things that we all come to regret. It's how we redeem ourselves and how we change ourselves that shows us who we really are. Maybe this way, learning magic, maybe this is one way, but I assure you there will be many more opportunities for you to show you aren't that person, that you aren't a bad person.
I don't say anything. I look up at him for a second, and then look back down again, and I just if you say so.
So as you train with Spell Sword, you learn about him. You learn about Reyes's entire his story. Mostly the more recent stuff about magic. He tells you that he was training with a professor and something went wrong. A student of his ratted the entire classroom out, and he was sent away because his mentor held them off. He tells you in the way that you feel guilty about what happened to your friend. He feels guilty that he did nothing to try and help him. And through your entire training, there has been a door. A door in this room that you have never been allowed to open. Reyes said it was because there's an arcane lock on it, and he has not yet told you that spell because he doesn't think you are ready to open it. He only tells you this after your talk. And then, as you're sitting down with him for just like some afternoon tea, he looks at the door and then looks at you again. Longan, I think it's about time I told you about why there is an arcane lock on that door.
Hmm?
I've told you about my time with the professor, right? About how he saved me not once, but twice when he held the enforcers off while me and the other students escaped.
Uh, yeah.
Well, after the incident that would lead to me to where we are now happened, the surviving class's structure basically crumbled. We all thought that the professor was the strongest, so when we lost him, everyone gave up. They said they wouldn't do this anymore, that they'd all go their separate ways and not waste the chance the professor gave us. But not me, of course. I couldn't let go. I mean, you know me well enough to know I am very stubborn.
Hmm.
I still believed he was out there. I still do believe he's out there somewhere where we could save him and learn more, become stronger. So I began searching for him. But my investigation turned a few heads, and when I kept looking, it put some bad people on my tail. There's a new branch of government. I don't know if you heard about it because it's pretty new, and it's called the ZARD, the Zenith Arcane Regulations Division. I nearly lost that second chance my mentor fought so hard to give me. Until opportunity came and blasted them all away. You see Reyes reaches into his cloak and pulls out that pendant that you once saw a few months back. A black bull's head with flames behind it as the insignia. There is this group out there. They're called the Trailblazers, and they want to take the fight to the government. I was saved by their leader, and not long after that, I was offered the position. They said they didn't have any skill in the magecraft. Mr. Reyes leans forward. In this group, they call me Spellsword, and I am the head of the Mystic Arts.
Oh.
Yes, Spellsword. It's a very cool name.
If you say so.
Anyway, I teach similarly skilled mages our craft, and beyond that door, that is where the fight for our freedom lies. That friend of yours, you wouldn't have lost him if magic was seen for what it really was. A tool which in the right hands could send our society even further beyond. A beautiful thing worth exploring. So here's my next question for you, Longin. When I deem you ready for that step, would you want to join me in setting things right in our world?
I think about it for a moment, for quite a bit. It's definitely going to be the most reckless thing that they've done outside of, practicing magic. It would be just going against the entire government and everything against their parents' wishes. But he is right. All of this wouldn't have happened if everything was right. I nod. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
It has been a full year. You have been trained, and you do have significant progress in your training, but today, you do not have a lesson. At 19 years old, Longin, you stand in front of that door, and Mr. Reyes, or Spell Sword, paces in front of you. So, Longin, this is the moment of truth. I have no doubt my leader will allow you into our group, but in case there is reason for doubt, here's the situation. As we confirmed with each other and we agreed upon, they know of you, they know of your past, they know of what they know what they think is necessary to come up with a decision. He stops pacing and turns to you.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the spell we learned to open this door?
Yeah, I think so.
Open it.
Okay.
You walk up and
I walk up and I attempt to recreate what Sword had taught me.
yeah, you hear as you're like doing this magical spell using the somatics, speaking the vocal components, the surge of light glowing the runes on your hands, you press it into the door and you see as the arcane lock begins to click open, you hear a boo boo and it's open. And as do you open the door fully and walk through?
Yeah. I kind of paused for a second because I did not think I could do that. But I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I open it, I guess.
It is a complete tonal shift. You walk through the door and you find yourself stepping off of intricately designed carpets onto a gray tiled floor. You appear in a hallway, and in the hallway you see people who converse, walk, and enter or exit other doors in the hall. Spellsword passes by you and starts down the hallway eastward. Come on, let's walk and talk.
Okay.
As you're walking through with Spellsword, you see many variety of people. You see people like with just people who give you glance, gives you a smile, maybe a little wave. You see Zenith touch people as well, which you see every day, so it's not that big of a deal. What does catch you off guard is you're walking through and you turn a corner and you have to duck out of the way of something flying at you.
Mm-hmm.
and Spell Circle's like, oh shit. And you see
Ah.
this thing, this metal contraption floating in the air, flies past you, and it turns around, and you see like a little squid creature in like a little like a
Oh.
little like dome thing with like a mech suit type thing that's floating around hovering. You hear like the sound like that classic hover sound like and you see spells. Sorry, Calvin. Sorry. This is Calvin McDaniel. He's an alien. Oh yeah, aliens are real. And he and he and he and he like walks and he continues to walk. Do you do anything?
Um, I kind of look around a little bit. I look back at Calvin, I guess, for a second, and I look back to Spellsword as he's walking away, and I'm just like, oh, I like catch up to him, like I'm being left behind.
Yeah, as you're like leaving, you see these bubbles come out from like the bottom of Calvin McDingledorf, and he like floats up. It just says hi, and then he continues going. It continues to go. Yeah, and as you're floating off, as they're floating off, they float off, and you continue on your way with Spellsword, and
Mhm.
you go. You're walking, and Spellsword says to you, all right, so here's some things you need to know about. There's two people that are going to be at the office. One is my leader. Her name is Ignis. She's very kind as a person, very firm but kind, and also very understanding of your situation. The second person is Warcry. She is the field director and also the second in command, and she is less understanding. And from what I've known, hasn't even met you and already doesn't like you.
That that's not good.
So it's imperative you be on your best behavior.
I just kind of nod nervously. Okay.
You continue with Spellsword. You take an elevator ride. It's nice. You hear some freaking elevator music, and the door opens. You see this huge crowd of multiply like different like just like a variety of people. Normal Zenithians, Zenith touched, aliens. Just aliens are here. Aliens are real. And as you're walking through, you by the time you and Spellsword are finished talking, you stand in front of the double doors, the plaque above them spelling out the room beyond's name, leader's office, and war room. Spellsword takes a deep breath. And finally, before we start, I don't believe I asked, what's the trailblazing name you've chosen for yourself? Remember I asked you to make one?
Yeah. Manichai.
Manichai?
Yeah.
That's a stupid fucking name.
Your name is Spellsword.
The fuck are you saying? What are you trying to say?
It's,
Spellsword's a cool name.
It's not. It's Spellsword. You have a sword.
Yes, and I cast
You do
spells.
spells.
Have you never heard of a spell sword? Those things exist. It's a play on words.
Yeah. Whatever.
You know, just get in there.
Yeah.
He just like pushes your shoulder.
Ah.
You go in.
Yeah.
All right, Manichai, you enter this war room with your mentor, and you take in your surroundings. Illuminating the room is a hanging light in the shape of a ring. There's a holographic map of the world, which is a light on the table in the center of this room. You can see the 5 continents: Lunardin, Ether, Aura, Primesius, and at the center of these continents is one larger continent named Crest. Past the map of the world, you see a desk where there lies 3 monitors and a comm setup. And then you take notice of the 2 women standing in this room. One leaned up against the map table, and the other with both hands placed on it, looking down at the center before looking at you. 6'1", beautiful black skin, athletic build, black, long, full, curly hair, and flame orange eyes. She wears a black suit with flames weaving around the body. The gloves and boots of the suit are reinforced, and she has padding around the shoulders, elbows, and knees for extra protection. On her chest is the insignia of the Trailblazers, a bull's head with flames surrounding it. The horns of the bull glow brightly and stretch out over the shoulders to weave around the arms, those same flames weaving around her legs as well. The second person in here, 5'9", with a slim but noticeably built build, beige-colored skin, and piercing dark orange eyes. Her pure white hair tied up in a half-braided low ponytail, dressed in a dark brown leather jacket with a black graphic tee for a band, which you probably know, Jillian and the Crime Fighters. Slim-fitted dark blue jeans and combat boots with fingerless gloves on her hands. Just judging from the name Ignis, you can kind of guess the one with fire designs is Ignis. And the other one is Warcry. You see Ignis stands up like a little straighter, and she says, "Spellsword's apprentice."
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Ignis. I'm the leader of the Trailblazers. This is my second in command, Warcry. It's nice to meet you.
I just nod towards them both. I don't really have anything to say. These people are scary.
Yeah, as you think these people are scary, you see Warcry's like, "Speak the fuck up and state your name."
Magi, ma'am.
Was that hard? Just kids these days. And you see Ignis is like, "It's nice to meet you, Monachai. So you wish to join the Trailblazers?"
Yeah. Both sorts told me all about it. I wanna
Yeah, well, that's
I like
great to hear. We're always recruiting more for the cause. I will say we have heard of your past, and you hear Warcry chimes in, and your past mistakes. And Ignis is like, looks up, gives Warcry this side eye, and then looks at you. And we are well aware that you have changed. And
yeah.
Manichai, you know what? Let's take this all off the table. Let's put your past away, your mistakes, and your our own personal judgments aside, and talk about the core of this meeting. Do you know what you're signing up for?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, in case you actually don't, I will tell you anyway. This is a revolution. To lay the whole truth on the table, the odds are against us. So I am not one to turn down more help for the cause. But that is where I ask an important question. One I have asked every Trailblazer who has joined us. This is a war you are signing up for. A fight to end the oppression, discrimination, and tyranny this world government has dished out against the people of Zenith. And there is a chance, high or low, it doesn't matter. There is a chance you can lose your life here. So why? Why would you put your life on the line for this cause? What is your drive that sets you ablaze on this path? Why do you want to be a Trailblazer?
everything would have been different if things were right, if we were able to be ourselves. It feels more like a calling, something that I'm meant to do. I've worked up my whole life to a point where I don't even know where I'm going, but this feels like a higher purpose.
Ignis looks at you as you give your answer, and you see in her flame orange eyes a look of satisfaction with your reasoning. She looks to Warcry and, with a scowl, the field director sighs. Well, that's as good an answer as any. Ignis stands up and walks around the map of the world and walks up to you. You feel the warmth that radiates from her person at all times wash over you, and she offers you a hand. Redemption, that means more here than you know, Longit. I will gladly welcome you if you wish to mend the wounds you have created. That's the very reason I fight as well. Will you take her hand?
Yeah, I do. I nod.
Ignis gives you a firm shake. Welcome to the Trailblazers. And that is where we end the session. Anyone gonna say it? Is what I would say! We have more, actually. Shadow. Darkness washes over our perspective as the shadows in this room spread out and consume the scene. And we move forward through the future. After the true beginning of this story. After the events of Spells to Pay. "6'9" in height, a slender build, black skin, pitch black eyes, and short black dreads that cover a bit of the top of his face. He is shrouded in a dark hooded cloak that covers the top half of his body and travels down the floor. The wisps of shadow wafting off the edges make it unclear where the cloak ends and the floor begins. The shadows within the room swirl around, and the man we know as Archibald Smokefall takes a deep breath. You have words for me. Speak. A chilling, raspy voice echoes through the room. Smokefall, we are displeased. Why did you let the Chosen of Idea escape? I am certain this will not be our last meeting with Mani Chai. If they prove unwise, I suspect they will get in my way again. Another voice different from another voice, different but equally haunting, whispers in Archibald's ear. Why send the elf? Cain was a test. I wish to assess the Chosen's abilities. And if not for Reyes' interference, we may have very well taken them right there and then. Curse Namargon's disciple. He remains a thorn in our side, as do the rest of the Trailblazers. Mani Chai is allied with the Trailblazers, which continue to make moves. They will show themselves again. Mani Chai is clearly still new to their role as a Chosen. Perhaps I could still convince them to see my way. You still persist on that? It is a fool's endeavor. The shadows around the space move erratically and jaggedly as Archibald's black eyes stare into the void. You call me a fool? Although not seeing the entities which speak to him, he feels their cowering form shrink back. Never, Smokefall. Our apologies. The shadows calm and Archie once again takes a breath. If we can, I'd like to convince them. It would make things easier. But for now, we continue on. Indeed, we must continue towards our goal. Smokefall, we make good progress. Good. Everything under surveillance is still secure? Yes. Good. Archibald stands within the shadows and he flexes his hand for a moment. And what of them? A sigh passes through the darkness. They are not in their room, Smokefall. We still believe surveillance of them is completely unnecessary. They are an ally. I need to make sure the Trailblazers do not use them to get to me. Smokefall, we mean no disrespect. But why? Why should you care about them after what they had done? Archibald shakes his head. I don't. Then why keep watch? Archibald clenches his fist, and he makes an actual expression for the first time as his brows furrow. They might take them. They might kill them. I can't let that happen. Because I am the only one who has earned that right. And that is where the session ends. Great session, everyone.
Yay! Yay, I guess. What the fuck?
Everyone can unmute now, if you wish.
Oh my god, I'm...
Great session.
That was great! That was awesome! That was so much fun!
Oh my god!
Give me a moment, give me a moment, give me a moment. What?
Nope.
Oh.
My hand slipped. My hand slipped.
What did you mean to do?
So, what'd you guys think?
Sent me a text file.
Oh! What the
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god! Nathan, I'm gonna kill you, Nathan. I am 30 minutes away from your house. Watch yourself.
My hand slipped.
That's what happened in Monty Chai's original session. Sorry that took so long for you guys to actually see. What do you guys think?
Good, you should be.
I think everyone involved.
That was great. I
think everyone involved would kill themselves.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
you're
yes,
right.
yes.
No, you're right. No, you're right. I did say earlier that this session is going to make everyone hate Money Chai, and I was right. Absolutely.
It's okay.
right.
I'm Money Chai's biggest supporter.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn.
No.
It's just I support Archie a little more than I support.
No, I also support, as someone who plays Money Chai, I support Archie 100%.
That's
God.
wait. They're like,
Yeah, that was-
wait. This is the
I
gayest
like that.
session yet.
I think that was pretty good. I like
This
like
is the gayest
that.
session yet.
Fuck you, mean
It
it's
is
the
the
gayest
gayest session.
yet.
I didn't even realize it was the gayest session until you guys until
love
all
it.
the other sessions sessioned, and then I was like, oh,
It's
that
so
this is the gayest
good.
session.
Right? To me, it might be. We should put it to a poll, but it's the gayest session yet.
So yeah, guys, that's. Well, I guess Jay, how did you feel about my DMing style?
What do you think for Zenith going?
Dude, that three of you are so cool.
I know, right?
Oh no! Come on!
Oh my
come
god!
On, come
No, I'm not even fucking pulling your leg. My mouth was like agape for more than half that session. You are so freaking cool.
That's my friend right there. That's my guy.
That's my
Thank you,
fucking
thank you.
ghost. You are so
No,
cool.
dude, that
Yes.
listen, no. I think Coin's cool. Cause Coin pulled off
What?
that
You're
freaking
both cool.
that freaking ball drop, dude. That was so good.
No, you're both so cool. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna kill you all. Oh my
Signing
god.
up to be the next Lich King, man.
That's crazy. Second most valid crush out of all Zenith, right?
So
Oh my
Jet,
god.
Yeah.
why did you add Voldemort again?
What do you mean?
Voldemort.
What?
I just have a raspy voice.
So remember.
Bro.
Okay.
I have one raspy voice, bro.
And it's Voldemort.
Voldemort doesn't have a raspy voice. He talks like this.
That was fun. That was really good. I think we did great, Jet. I
Mhm.
think all the writing
Great
has
performances
paid
all
off,
around.
and it was awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree. I disagree.
Oh fuck!
The
What?
jet crash out was worth it.
The jet crash out was worth
Hey,
it.
true art, it comes from pain.
That's true. That's true.
The parts that weren't in the original session were also really cool. Like I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? So,
Yeah, how'd you
Sinclair?
feel
I'm sorry?
about your
Sinclair?
dad dropping a slur on you?
No, that shit. What the fuck? I genuinely. I don't know how long that pause was, but I was like, I the fuck. I was like genuinely trying to think of what to say. Oh, just in time for the second azan.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, the cameos, right? Oh, there were cameos here.
They were
Sinclair?
cameo- No, because the origin was
Alex?
so like.
Ooh.
Now that Zenith Point is so developed, the cameos are so much more like yo.
Oh my
I can't wait for Zabiviva.
Yeah,
I
we
thought that
gotta
the
do that.
house would have been like slated clean.
Start
It
Zabiviva
would've
now.
been
Start
slate
writing.
work.
No, I gotta do Alex's session.
You do the session.
No, fuck
first.
Alex. Fuck Alex. Fuck Alex.
Fuck Alex. Bruh, Alex is never going to play Zenith Point.
Alex
Neither
is
is
back and didn't come back.
neither is Jay.
I've been keeping track. He's done it 3 times.
Mm.
He's done it 3 times.
But yeah, that was really good. I think all the right. Okay, all the
I love
writing
it.
definitely paid off. I think that was awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm glad it did.
I definitely think I did better than the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was not just like revising some of the story, but also just like the performance. But honestly, just because we were both so much more experienced, we wanted to play it out.
Yeah,
It was just like
that's
just because there was
closer
a bad
too, 'cause
recording.
That
It
was
was also
that was my thing with the first one. I don't think we were as close as we are now, so I just really wasn't sure what to say or like how to interrupt you or anything like that. Or how
No
it works. But
wonder
then
you were
that's
obsessed with
fucking
Eclipse.
awesome. Huh?
You knew all this and you didn't tell us? No wonder you were obsessed with Eclipse.
Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know.
you.
Oh, we
But
No,
don't
I'm
know.
actually hate Eclipse.
I just get everyone on the fucking Eclipse train, bro.
No,
Hey,
fuck
hey,
Eclipse. I
wait,
can't believe you hid Archie Smokefall from us.
Yeah,
I
dude,
don't-
it's
I
so
didn't-
sad.
I didn't- I-
It's so tragic
I-
because this guy was so expressive as a person.
Yeah, right?
He was
I
so
forgot.
cute.
I forgot how cute
so
he was.
cute.
I genuinely because I knew he was
Archie.
cute, but also like I forgot how cute he was. Anyways, yeah, no, it's whatever, right? It's fine.
Archie destroyed Trailblazers now.
I would
Archie
have
was
blamed
valid. That ending,
This is
I'm
really-
still thinking about that. I'm reeling from that actually. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? The fucking post credit scene. What the fuck? What's going on there? What's happening?
The consequences of your actions, duh.
No, I already knew about all the other things. What the fuck was the other? What? Okay, you know what?
No, it's directly the consequence of your actions because now he wants to kill you, and you know what?
Yeah, I know he wants to kill
support
me.
it.
I knew he
hope
wants
you
to.
die.
No, I literally have said that he probably wants to kill me multiple fucking times, and Jen was like, "No, he doesn't want to kill you."
Yeah.
Lying,
I don't think he
liar,
does.
lying.
I don't think he does, but like also he kind of does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Anyways, I hope you die. The most out of everyone.
I know. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Thank God Ezra got you like half killed. That one time.
I deserve everything I get thrown
Damn.
at me. We all know this.
Hey, listen.
Thanks,
listen.
every
I hope
single
this
bullet.
Things
session
happen,
made
you know, and that's
I hope
just the
this
long and short
I
of
hope
it.
this session made you guys.
Every
Hey,
single
Money
bullet
Chai.
was shot to you was deserved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every
no,
bullet for every
yes.
crime you committed.
I committed one.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
Come on, Money Try not that bad. Money Try trying to redeem himself.
I tried.
Oh my god.
Come on,
Anyways,
don't tell me you guys haven't made mistakes in your life.
Not that big though. Not like that. Not like that. No.
not in a
Maybe.
way where you become a fucking
Hey,
asshole.
I do want to ask how out of both. I will say this. I nearly broke playing Jocelyn.
Where?
I nearly broke.
Playing. I know.
I could
man.
tell.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I could. Yeah,
You nearly broke?
I did. I nearly
almost
full on
cried.
broke down.
I could literally hear it. I literally could hear it.
No, yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I was
That was so
like,
good.
shit, that's so good.
I felt so bad.
It was just like this woman who just lost her only kid and thinks that he was doing something awful and that she's a failure as a mother.
Dude, I was thinking
Uh.
about it. I realized there was like an allegory and I didn't like it.
What's the
I
allegory?
feel like I heard that somewhere.
Sorry.
Allegory for
Gomenum
what?
chan.
False accusations.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
It's I feel like the entire thing is very it's like rather than that, it's the entire session. All of our fucking sessions feel like we're allegories, man.
Hey, but
No,
between
that's the only way I keep accidentally fucking up and making 6 million characters that have trans allegories, and I'm not trans.
between Azrael and Magi, which session was sadder? Do you think?
Oh, fuck.
Moneytime
I
made me
feel like
more angry. It
Ezra
was like
had
fuck
more sad moments.
sad.
because-
I think
Sad,
Ezra's makes you sad that happened. You're like, oh baby. But Moneytime is like, you're stupid fucking dumbass idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm
Literally.
you're like,
I think
believe
Azrael's
you.
is sadder in a way where it's just mostly sad. Like there's so many sad moments. Manichai just hits you with like bombs. Which is it's like happy it's like so happy and like whatever, and then it just hits you with like a bomb multiple times.
Yeah, he really cared about you too.
I still care about him. Don't do this to me.
Really cared about you, huh?
You know, you have a really weird way of showing it, bro. See, guys, this is why I've been. This is exactly why I have been like just joshing with Coin this entire time, because this is what happened in the original session.
I mean, I figured as such. I had my suspicions, but like, okay, bro. We know you're homophobic. Okay.
Yeah.
You
This
hit
is allegory for internalized homophobia.
This.
This is like what freaking Nimona was about.
Yeah. Shit.
No, real shit.
Not y'all calling them Junumi, bro. I was gonna fucking kill you on
No,
the spot.
right? Literally the
Not y'all calling them
What do we do?
Junumi,
What do we
bro.
do? What did we do?
They just had like the runes on their arms, bro. They weren't like.
No, it wasn't just that.
Well, they were
The
both
runes are
magic
really
and
good.
also
No, I
seen as
can't-
monsters by the community.
Yeah, yeah. I like to you guys had great chat messages. I don't know what the fuck you guys were on about in the beginning, but
What do you mean?
What do you
On about the beginning?
whatever. But you
What
know,
were we on about?
you were fucking what were you saying? Something gay, homosexual, gay about the dads.
No, we were
Oh.
like, hear me out.
Oh yeah, how'd you guys feel
Yeah.
about Jude and
Yeah.
Marcus?
Marcus
Uh,
Huh?
kill himself.
Uh-huh.
Why?
I feel bad for them.
That's the mean one, right? Marcus is the mean one. The other one
Marcus
is
is
Marcus is
the
the mean one.
Marcus is
Uh,
the
And a
dude
male
is
wife
wait,
with
they
hair.
both have accents, right? Next to it.
uh,
Dude is Jude.
you guys
I feel
think I
bad
could
for
fix
them.
Jude?
No,
No.
you can't. Shut the fuck up. Kill yourself.
Didn't
No,
Jude call
do not
the
do this to
authorities
me.
on?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
I'm
kidding.
not-
I'm kidding.
I'm not going.
Guys, I'm
I am
kidding.
not allowing that. I don't care.
Damn.
Neither of them are
kidding.
going into the dad
kidding.
ranks.
Oh my god, I'm kidding.
You just instantly got shut down. Instantly.
Killed. I got killed.
I didn't give a shit
We
about anyone
already
else.
have enough
Fucking
people
I-
being like, oh my god, the fathers.
No.
The
I
father.
didn't hear me out.
Mama.
No,
I
I
think
mean like at the start before he freaking
Oh,
called
I know.
up
Whatever.
and, Archie.
Whatever, bro.
I need you guys to hear me
I
on the
don't
fact
like
that Archie
that.
is still watching Langi to this day. Like, hear
Hear you out. What the
Hear
fuck
me.
do you mean hear you out? That's
Hear me out.
scary. That shit's scary.
At first, I was like, oh no, he's stalking them. Oh, he's stalking them.
Just calm down.
What?
He wants to kill me. He's not stalking me out of some fucking unrequited love bullshit. He wants me dead. He wants to kill
What do you know?
me.
What do you know?
Okay,
You
so
don't
which
know
is
anything.
which
You
is
don't know
less
anything.
creepy? Caring about you or
I
wanting to
don't
kill
know.
you?
Either's
Hear me
fine.
out though.
I don't care about either of them. It's just I'm just saying to Nathan,
I-
he
okay.
wants to kill me. He wants to kill me.
And he's allowed.
He's allowed, but like I'm just saying, don't fucking hear. I'm not hearing you out on anything. He wants me dead.
I just wanted to add
Not
insult
true.
to energy with that freaking letter, bro.
I know.
Oh
And
my
dude,
god.
you don't understand. Oh my god.
If there was a news site already be on it, I mean. Okay, so
Whatever.
like,
Anyways,
If I could
some
compare,
of
like,
those-
if I can compare, Archie's expression, like, after everything happened and he ran off, I would like compare it to when Lex Luthor is outed as a traitor and he looks at Superman.
holy fuck.
Oh.
Just like that first sorrow thing, and then looking down, and then looking back up, and pure rage.
oh.
And especially
I'm
after he opened his heart up to you, bro.
I know.
Bro, he was going to confess.
I literally no, because it was planned, right? The shit was planned. So when you said that, I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about that?
You can't.
I have to continue. I have to continue with what we planned.
No, you didn't. No, you literally
No,
didn't.
I had to. No, because
Uh-uh.
it was a script. No, because it was a redo of the original. This is what happened in the original. This is what their motivations have always been. I can't just change that.
Uh-uh. You can do anything you put your mind to, and you just didn't put your
No,
mind
I
to.
can't. Fuck you.
Anyway,
Yeah,
fuck you.
Anyways, I'm going to die now, I guess.
But like some cameos there, right? Number one, we got
It's fine.
was it Margot Sinclair? No, whatever that means.
Margot Sinclair, yeah.
Oh shit.
Whatever that
What
means.
was that? What?
Yes,
Who
no,
is that? I wonder.
Is that
Yeah.
Who is that? Who is that?
Who is that, Jet?
I
Jet,
don't know.
who is that?
Oh, it's just like a
Nathan
guy.
wants to know how to
know.
spell it.
I made up a name, bro.
Yeah.
Nathan wants to know how to spell it. Can you spell it?
Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
sure, I
up.
got you.
Yeah, yeah. Is it Margot?
Yeah, you made up a name. Yeah, sure, I got you. I can tell it. Bitch.
Can I also ask, was it Sylvester Dynamite?
What?
Was that?
I know.
Was that Oomph? That might be Oomph.
I made a comic book with a called Starstruck with a cowboy on it. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't know what you're talking about either.
Guys,
Oh,
it's clearly Jimothy Crocs Valley. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, speaking of Jimothy Crocs Valley, Archibald plays freaking Blanca Carmel.
You made Jimothy Crocs
Oh
Valley.
my god.
In case nobody
Blanca
knows, Jimothy
fucking
Crocs
Carmel.
Valley is like the bullshit like version of Boot Hill from HSR.
Why?
Uses
What is that name?
I named him. Shut
Blanca.
up.
Okay, man.
I named him
Whatever.
last year. For anamnesis.
It was a
Yes, I do
one shot
think-
idea, just for like and then there's obviously the cameo for Sean. You saw that.
Yeah.
Sean.
And me, I wasn't there technically, but like the spirit,
The spirits that you summoned.
the spirit.
The spirits.
And obviously we saw that woman that was at the house, and then she left.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
wonder who she was.
No,
Who is that?
I don't know who that was.
I
You
don't
actually
know who that was. You actually don't, but like, oh my god. No. Okay, so I was like in character, like, oh no, I don't know, I don't recognize this woman, and then you start playing the fucking song, and it was just like straight up broke.
I 100% thought it was going to be slate work. It was going to be like, it's cleaned thoroughly.
Hmm.
But
I'm
no, there
interested.
was a woman there. There was a woman.
What? I'm interested to know what she was doing there. Anyone
Yeah,
curious?
what the hell was she doing?
What was she doing there?
I sure wonder. I sure wonder.
Sure wonder. We're not gonna get the fucking answer.
I don't remember
Anyways,
if Evelyn is
Jet, did you
in
stop
charge of
the
the department.
recording or what?
Oh yeah, I'll stop it. Let's do it. I was stopping